¿Qué tal amigos de Xbox? Yo soy Gabo y el día de hoy vamos a platicar con Matthew Tomkinson acerca de Recon Wildlands, el último lanzamiento de Ubisoft. First of all, how are you today?
Very good, thank you.
It's a beautiful morning in Mexico City, right?
Yeah, and I was really happy to spend the weekend in Mexico, my first time here. I love it.
So first of all, for the people that has been living under a rock and doesn't know what's Recon Wildlands.
So Ghost Recon Wildlands is the very first military shooter that you can play in co-op from the beginning to the end. So it's a very huge new game because it's the biggest action adventure open world we've done in Ubisoft, and we're really excited to release it tomorrow actually.
So why do you guys take the decision to go to an open world game?
So when we started thinking about the new Ghost Recon, we wanted to bring it to the next level. And we thought, what is Ghost Recon at its core? And in the end, it's a tactical shooter. And when you think about tactics, you think about freedom. And what better than an open world to give you freedom? It means that you can choose when you attack, where you attack, who you are attacking with, what are your weapons, the time of the day. And open world felt like really the good way to go.
How important is to play it on co-op?
Well, the game can be perfectly played on your own if you want, but I would say it's more classical. It's more a classical experience, open world game. Playing in co-op can be really exciting because it can bring plenty of stuff. For example, one of the things I love to do is just driving an helicopter and having the friends bungee jumping from the helicopter directly in the center of a camp, or you could have someone doing at the same moment like sniping the camp to create a distraction, and you could have someone sneaking into it. So the possibilities that you have when you play co-op are really huge.
So you mentioned that you were looking for the freedom. How free are we? How many ways do we have to approach a mission?
So you're free in plenty of ways. First of all, when you start the game, you don't have to start with the first province or the first mission. You can even skip the first mission if you want and go anywhere in the world. Because the way we build the narrative, it's not like we have a linear story. It's more like we've done almost like a TV show, I would say, and it's spread all over with all the episodes spread all around the world. And it's really up to you to do it. And then once you do a mission, then you have plenty of playstyles that you can choose. There's not one good playstyle to do it. So you could spend time like just recording the place with your binoculars or your drone. You can choose to snipe from very far away. You could just go sneaking and not killing anyone. You could sneak and kill everyone if you want. You can go guns ablaze and make everything explode. So it's really up to you to choose how you want to play the game.
Now we know that we can improve our skills and also our weapons. How will that work?
So through the game there are lots of options that you can unlock. You can customize plenty of aspects of your character and unlocking new items. You can find lots of weapons. We have more than 60 weapons in the game that you can customize with more than 100 attachments. So lots of options, but it's not like a RPG or something where you get always better. It's more like you get new options through the game because in the end, it's more about your skills as a player, and a headshot is a headshot in the game. It's not like you have to shoot several times in someone's head to kill him.
What would be your favorite thing about the game?
So what I really like is the fact that you can play entirely in co-op since the beginning of the end, and the fact that it's seamless. Because let's say, for example, that you have 8 hours in the game, yourself and myself, I just started. We can play together, it's not a problem because we keep our progression. It's not like I'm joining your game, it's really everyone that goes together, and there's not much games that do it. And thanks to that, it really allows you to play at any time and whenever you want. And we didn't want to put anything in between the players and the game. And that's, I think, what I love the most.
Now, in that scenario, will it be harder for the people that just joined? I mean, the enemies will be harder, or?
So the game, yes, we put the game a bit more challenging when you play in co-op, but it's not like like in an RPG when you only start and you have nothing and the others are have much more stuff. Here, since it's more skill-based, it might be difficult for you as a player, but if you have the skills, if you've played lots of shooters or third-person shooters, it can be okay for you. And since also it's not like you have to go through a story at one point, you can choose to play whatever you want in the game, it will work well. So I believe that there is no problem with that for the players.
So who would you recommend this game to?
Well, I would recommend the game to all the open world enthusiasts, for the shooter enthusiasts, and for anyone that wants an experience where they get lots of freedom.
So I haven't played the game yet. I did play the beta, and I gotta say, it's amazing. Sometimes you're just on your own, you shoot a guy, and suddenly you're surrounded and everything's exploding. It's just amazing. So thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
Anything that you would like to add for defense?
Well, I really encourage you to try the game and try all the options that are in the game. Not stick to only one playstyle, but see all the different items, all the different tactics that you can have, because there's a lot.
Oh, and I didn't ask, without spoilers, what can you tell us about the story within itself?
So what I really like about the story is that you hear since it's a Tom Clancy game, we started with What If, and here is what if a Mexican drug cartel took over Bolivia to create a narco state, and your mission as Ghost is to take down their leader, who is El Sueño, El Jefe de los Jefes.
Yeah.
And you can do it in the way you like. So there are several operations in this drug cartel. You have the drug producing, you have the drug smuggling, you have the influence over medias and religion, and you have security. And what I really like about it is that you have to take down two of those operations. So it means that if you're playing the game, you can do half of the game, and myself I can do a different half, and we won't have played no mission in common. So it can be really a different experience for each player. It's really up to you to explore the game the way you want.
How much will it take, like the main mission, the main story?
So if you do all the main stories, we estimate that it takes around 50 hours to do it. But it's not counting all the content where you find the weapons, where you find all the customization for your character, which can take maybe 80 more hours.
And you might be just bungee jumping with your friends, right?
Yeah, you can, absolutely.
Pues ya lo saben, amigos, Wildlands ya está disponible en la tienda de Xbox o en su tienda favorita, así que corran a comprarlo. Yo soy Gabo Shock y los espero en la próxima.